Merry Christmas, everybody. As you can see, it's going to be a bit of a multicultural service this evening. So I invite you to get in touch with your roots this evening and bring them out, because they are all welcome here. In preparation for next year, the entire 2024 will be a celebration of unity in diversity. So we thought we'd be very diverse tonight. Are you open for that challenge? And so as we begin, we remember the walk that we have walked to get to this moment in time with the Advent wreath. Began our journey understanding and realizing and knowing that all things begin in mind first. Hope and faith. Every good on the planet that ever was started in the mind of one person who had a vision of a possibility. Little music maestro would be great. Each one of you is living a dream that was dreamed ancestors ago. You are the dream of the ancestors from long ago. A hope and a faith of what could be. In week 2, we kindled the candle of peace. For we know as human beings that sometimes that which is manifest in the mind of the one of God hasn't yet made its way to earth. But we find a peace in recognizing and realizing that the light that we have known and felt and claimed is on its way. But it's already done in the mind of God. And then we lit the candle of joy as we saw it coming. We saw the reality of that which was once only held in mind, making its way to our life, to our experience, to our families, to our relationships, to earth. And then this morning we kindled that fourth candle, the candle of love. When that dream has finally manifested in our lives, we feel one with it, as we feel one with all people. I invite you to turn in an attitude of love and say, I am one with you, to the people around you. And so it is with faith, not yet, we'll get there. The Christ cannot be rushed. And so faith, hope, peace, joy, and love all come together, and they exist in this room here right now. And when that happens, The deep sense of oneness is there for all to celebrate. Tonight we claim our oneness of the Christ essence, known by many names. Tonight we call it the Christ. It is the light of all people. It is the light of all nations, of all religions. It is the light of all ethnic backgrounds. It is the light of Unity North here this evening. Merry Christmas and welcome.
Please join me in singing Joy to the World. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing.
Merry Christmas, Unity North. In order not to disturb the flow and feeling of this sacred service, we will be receiving the love offering at this time now, early in the service. Will the ushers please come forward? You can see on the screen there are many different ways to share your abundance with this community. And at this time, please join me for the blessing of the offering. I am so blessed. I am so prosperous. And it is my great pleasure to share of my blessings and to share of my prosperity. And in the giving, the entire world is blessed. Thank you, God. And so it is. The truth about Christmas and the Christmas story is not that it's just an event which took place long ago, far across the sea. It's not just a story of a cold night in a barren stable where a young maiden brought forth a child. The Christmas story is your story and my story. It is enacted within each and every one of us every day of our lives. It is a cause for rejoicing and wonderment each time it occurs. And it can occur as often as we allow it. To demonstrate this wonderful truth for you, we will tell the story as it is narrated in the Gospels. As we come to a portion which has a living significance for you, we will pause in our narrative and let the voice of our spiritual representative of the person, place, or thing tell you just how you fit into this holy event. We want to show you how you are Christmas and how Christ is born in your consciousness. Now, open up the manger of your heart to receive Mary, Joseph, the shepherds, the angels, the star, the wise men, and ultimately the Christ essence expressing within each of us.
The angel Gabriel was sent from God unto a city of Galilee named Nazareth, to a virgin betrothed to a man whose name was Joseph, of the house of David. And the virgin's name was Mary. And he came to her and said, Hail Mary, O favored one, the Lord is with you. Do not be afraid, Mary, for you have found favor with God, and behold, you will conceive in your womb and bear a son, and you shall call his name Jesus.
We represent Mary, the mother of Jesus.
Nosotros representamos a María, la madre de Jesús.
We are the perfect love that fills your soul.
Somos el amor perfecto que llena tu alma.
We are the divine feminine in you.
Somos el divino femenino en ti.
We are that in you which desires to see only the good come to you and to every other creature in the universe.
Somos
Somos eso en ti que desea ver solo el bien llegar a ti y a todas las demás criaturas del universo.
We are that in you which remains open and perceptive to only that which is good, loving, and true.
Somos eso en ti que permanece abierto y receptivo, solo a lo que es bueno, amoroso y verdadero.
We are the very purest and most gentle aspect of the love in your heart.
Somos el aspecto más puro y gentil del amor en tu corazón.
Yet we are strong because all the power of good in the universe is with us and approves of us.
Pero somos fuertes, porque todo el poder del bien del universo está con nosotros y nos aprueba.
We are that kindness and sweetness of your truest nature, out of which will be born your understanding of your true self as a beloved child of God.
Somos esa bondad y dulzura de tu verdadera naturaleza, de la cual nacerá la comprensión de tu verdadero yo, como un hijo amado de Dios.
Gracias.
Now it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be enrolled, and all went to enroll themselves, everyone to his own city. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth, into Judea, to the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, to enroll himself with Mary, who was betrothed to him, being great with child.
We represent Joseph, the husband of Mary.
ما از طرف یوسف همسر مریم آمده ایم.
We are the strength and wisdom within you, which protects and guides the love in your soul.
ما قدرت و نیروی عقل سلیم شما هستیم که حافظ شماست و عشق روح شما را رهنماست.
Sometimes others suggest that we should separate ourselves from this love, that this love is making a fool of us.
گهگاه دیگران میگویند که ما باید خود را از این عشق جدا کنیم چون این عشق ما را غافل می‌نماید.
But we cannot do this, for we are only satisfied and complete when joined with love.
ولی این چنین نتوان کرد چون ما فقط زمانی راضی و در نهایت کمال هستیم که در این عشق غوطه وریم.
We will never desert the love in your heart.
ما هیچگاه این عشق قلبی را ترک نمی کنیم.
And we'll nourish and support the new and wonderful good which is to come from our union.
و همیشه در استحکام و تکامل این کالای مرغوب این عشق عمیق می کوشیم.
He was her man, she was his wife. And late one winter night, he knelt by her as she gave birth. But it wasn't his child, it wasn't his son. Yet still he took him as his own. And as he watched him grow, it brought him joy. He loved that boy. But it wasn't his child, it wasn't his son. Was strong and kind and good, and I believe he did his best. It wasn't easy for him, but he gave all he could. This man was different than the rest, but it wasn't his child, it wasn't his son. Now the day will come when I am called to follow in his steps, and I will rise to meet that call. And at that time I will be strong and kind and good, and I will give my very best. It won't be easy for me, but I'll give all I can. And I'll be different than the rest. He was her man, she was his wife, but it wasn't his child. It wasn't his son.
And it came to pass while they were there, the days were fulfilled that Mary should be delivered. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and she wrapped him in swaddling clothes and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn.
I represent the manager where Jesus was placed. Eu represento o mensageiro onde Jesus foi colocado. I am evidence of the fact that wherever you put forth the best that is in you, you make of it a holy place. Eu sou evidência do facto de que onde queira que você aplica o que há de melhor em você, você fará dele lugar sagrado. No matter how humble the surroundings or how unimportant the occasion, God is there and will protect you and bless you. Não importa que humildade seja as circunstâncias ou que insignificante seja as ocasiões, Deus está lá e irá proteger e abençoar você. You can always trust God. Você sempre pode confiar em Deus. You need not look for God only in a grand or impressive place. Você não precisa procurar Deus apenas em lugares grandiosos ou impressionantes. Think of me each time you are called upon to do your best in a situation that does not seem quite worthy of you. Pensa em mim cada vez que você é chamado a dar o melhor de si em uma situação que não parece muito digno de ser você. For even in the most humblest places, God is always there. Pois mesmo nos lugares mais humildes, Deus está sempre presente.
Please join me.
Away in a manger, no crib for Jesus laid down his sweet head. The stars in the sky looked down where he lay. The little Lord Jesus asleep on the hay.
And there were shepherds in the same country, abiding in the field and keeping watch by night over their flock.
I represent the shepherd of your thoughts. 我是你思想的守护者。I am those simple, natural tendencies within you, which abide in the field of your mind, and watch to see that you are comforted and protected. 我是你内在的一种简单自然的能力，确保你处于一种舒适健康的状态。I gently but firmly bring you back to right, harmonious thinking when you are in danger of going astray. 当你迷失在妄念中，我会轻柔而坚定地把你带回正确、和谐的思维。I am not the highest in you, but I'm quick to acknowledge and joyfully surrender to your highest, best self. 我不是最深层的你，但我能很快地认出你的自信，并欣然与之合一。I am among the first to know when you have come to the joyful realization of who and what you really are. 我是第一个得知，当你欣喜地意识到你是谁。
And an angel of the Lord stood by them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them. They were afraid.
I represent the angels who bring good tidings of great joy. Je représente les anges qui apportent la nouvelle d'une grande joie. I am those radiant thoughts which come directly from the mind of God. Je suis ces pensées rayonnantes qui vous viennent directement de l'Esprit de Dieu. Through me, God tells you that you have cause for joy and joy only. À travers moi, Dieu vous dit que vous avez des raisons de vous réjouir et d'être heureux. My news is always joyful. Mes nouvelles sont toujours joyeuses. Because it concerns wonderful truth of your being. Parce qu'elle concerne les merveilleuses vérités de votre être. I tell you of your divine self. Je vous parle de votre moi divin. I tell you of all the peace and happiness you are going to encounter. Je vous parle de toute la paix et du bonheur que vous allez rencontrer. I tell you that you are one with all people. Je vous dis que vous êtes un avec tous les hommes. And I tell all people that they are now and forever one in God. Et je dis à tous les hommes qu'ils sont maintenant et pour toujours un en Dieu.
And the angel said unto them, Do not be afraid. For behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all the people. For there is born to you this day in the city of David a Savior, who is Christ the Lord. And this shall be the sign to you. Ye shall find a babe wrapped in swaddling clothes.
Please join me in singing Angels with Burdick. Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plain, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strain. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo.
Now when Jesus east came to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we saw his star in the east, and we have come to worship him.
We represent the star which guided the wise ones.
Ми представляємо зірку, яка вела мудрецям.
We are your intuition.
Ми ваша інтуїція.
We are the light within your very soul.
Ми є світлом у вашої душі.
Sometimes we appear to you only as a dim flicker in the sky of your mind. But as you recognize and follow us, we become brighter and more familiar and radiate light from your heart.
Іноді ми представляємося тобі лише тьмяним мерехтінням вашого розуму. Але коли ти впізнаєш нас та йдеш за нами, ми стаємо яскравішими та знайомішими та випромінюємо світло з твого серця.
God has given us to you as a gift, a guiding light to lead you into your highest good.
Бог дав нас вам як дар, щоб вести вас до вашого найвищого блага.
Trust us, follow us, for we will not fail you, nor lead you astray.
Довіртеся нам, слідуйте за нами, бо ми не підведемо вас та не зведемо вас з вашого шляху.
We will lead you to your highest good.
Ми приведемо вас до вашого найвищого блага.
And lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them, till it came and stood over where the young child was. And when the wise men saw the star, they rejoiced.
We represent the wise ones from the east.
Wir repräsentieren die weißen Männer aus dem Osten.
We are all those hidden and buried powers deep within you, of which you were so long unaware.
Wir alle sind diese versteckten, vergrabenen Mächte, welche schon tief in dir schlummerten und von denen du so lange nichts wusstest.
As soon as you come to a new realization of your wonderful, true self, we come to you as further evidence of the great spiritual resources that have always been within you.
Nachdem du zu einer neuen Realisation deiner einzigartigen und für dich stimmenden Selbst gekommen bist, kommen wir zu dir als ein weiterer Hinweis deiner reichen Kapazität an Spiritualität, welche schon immer in dir geschlummert hat.
We bring you the gifts of newly discovered truths about yourself.
Wir bringen dir neulich entdeckte Tatsachen deiner selbst als Gabe.
Our gold shows the richness of your spiritual nature.
Unser Gold, welches die Reichhaltigkeit deiner spirituellen Natur widerspiegelt.
Our frankincense shows the beauty of your true character.
Unser Weihrauch, welche die Schönheit deines Charakters widerspiegelt.
Our myrrh shows the eternal perfection of your life in God.
Unsere Myrrhe, welche die unendliche Perfektion deines Lebens in Gott darstellt.
Join me in singing We Three Kings.
Of Orient are bearing gifts, we traverse afar, field and fountain, moor and mountain, following yonder star. Oh, star of wonder, star of light, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to the heavenly light.
And they entered in and saw the young child with Mary his mother, and they fell down and worshipped him. And opening their treasures, they offered unto him gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
I represent the Christ child. I am the sum total of all the good which is the real you. I am the love in your heart, the wisdom in your mind, and the peace in your soul. You have given me birth out of your very own nature, just as Spirit created you out of itself. I am that in you which blesses you and gives new meaning and purpose to your life. Now, because of Christmas, you have realized that you and I are really one, that we are eternally one in God.
Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day walk on the water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would heal our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? And this child that you've delivered will soon deliver you. Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would give sight to the blind man? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would calm a storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod? And when you kiss your little baby, you've kissed the face of God. Mary, did you know? Oh, Mary, did you know? Did you know this child so sweet had come to be God's unfailing light, to show us all that light exists in the heart of one and all. Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would change all of creation? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would bring light to the nations? Did you know that your baby boy was heaven's perfect lamb? And that sleeping child you're holding is the great I am. Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know? Did you know?
I invite you to use your imagination now and journey back 2,000 years ago. Imagine that you are a shepherd keeping watch over your flock in the night, in the hills surrounding Bethlehem. The animals seem restless tonight, not afraid, just restless. There is something special about this night. The stars seem brighter than usual, brighter than you've ever seen them, almost as if you could reach up and touch them. One star in particular seems to stand out and radiate a greater light. That star seems to be calling you. There is something special about this night. You can feel it to the depths of your being. Somehow that star is casting its light on the little stable in the field just behind the inn. Something inside of you urges you to go and see. It's a night of miracles. As you approach this little stable, you see the shadows of people moving inside. You look around and see that others are also coming to the stable. You hear soft voices coming from within, and you step inside and feel the warmth and the smell of the straw, the smell of the animals. This is a pleasant, familiar odor to you because you have smelled it many times before. As your eyes adjust to the soft lamplight, you see a handsome young man turn toward you and smile with great joy glistening in his eyes. A beautiful young girl, tired but content, is resting on a pile of straw. In her arms is a small and helpless child, and you can see that it is just a few hours old. The young woman holds the child forward and beckons you to come closer and see. You move closer and you kneel next to her and gaze into the sleeping child's face. The woman says, "His name is Jesus." You lean closer and the child's eyes open ever so briefly. And just in that instant, you gaze into eternity. A peace and joy like nothing you've ever known or ever imagined sweeps over your soul. In that eternal moment, looking into the wonder child's eyes, you see yourself. Not as you imagine, but as God sees you, whole and perfect in every way. You know the answers to all of life's questions. You know the meaning and purpose of life and of the entire universe. In this eternal moment, you feel your unity with all creation. It may seem strange to you, but in that instant, eye to eye with the child of light you feel as though the universe is within you. You feel like you are a precious part of God, that your life is important, that you are a part of God's plan to bring joy to this world and peace on this earth. You feel loved and connected with all that is. In this eternal moment, Christ is born in you. And now we share this Christ light with one another and our world.
I'll invite the ushers to come forward for that special moment that makes me cry every year. Because the tears come from a place of the recognition and the realization that all these characters live in us and as us. And so I'm going to invite the ushers and those who have candles to light from the Christ candle and to take that and to spread it out. And let us all recognize that as the one light is shared, that the light in the room is not diminished at all, but rather the light that's available to the world is amplified. It is increased. Go ahead, Bob, start passing that around. And as that light makes its way from person to person, candle to candle, just a side note, make sure the lit candle stays up. The unlit candle is the one that tips. My janitor does not want to clean up wax tomorrow morning. But I invite you to intentionally take this light, and as you hand it to somebody, be aware that this is your brother, this is your sister, that you are not separate from them. And as the light in the room gets bigger with the candlelight, we'll bring the lights down, the artificial lights, and allow the light that is the Christ essence expressed as each and every person in this room to be brighter than it's ever shone before. And as that candle makes its way, that flame makes its way around the room, please join Tara in singing Silent Night.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace.
And as the music continues, you in the balcony, I know the light's coming to you. Sometimes we have to wait a little longer than others. But if we wait and have the faith and the hope enough, the prayer enough, the light eventually makes its way to everywhere. And so on this Christmas Eve, let us know that where there is darkness, that the light of what we've celebrated tonight is making its way there. We hold the people of Israel, the Palestinians, we hold the Ukrainians, we hold the Russians. We hold every country on this beautiful earth home that we share in our hearts tonight. And as you are able, I invite you to stand and to send the light of this candle, the light of these ideas, the light of these truths, to wherever you have experienced darkness in your world, to know that you are enough. You are enough light. You are enough light. And we'll sing Silent Night one more time as we raise that candle and share it with the world. Together we sing.
Silent night, holy night,
From the point of
light within the mind
of God,
may light stream forth into the minds of all. May light illuminate our earth.
from the point of love within the heart of God, may love stream forth into the hearts of all. May Christ's love permeate all life on earth.
From the center where the peace of God is known, may peace spread across the land. May we all be servants to its expression.
From the center, which we call the heart of all,
may the plan of love and light and peace express and ever seal the door where fear dwells.
may light and love
Power and peace
restore wholeness on earth.
Joyful, joyful life, we adore thee, full of glory, full of love. Hearts unfold like flowers before thee, filled with light like the sun above. Melt the clouds of pain and sadness, drive the dark of doubt away, living in immortal gladness, living in the light of day.
And so I invite you to turn around and look at the room. This is what one light can do. Hold those candles high. And yes, it did make it to the balcony. And yes, it will make it to Ukraine and to Russia, Palestine and Israel and everywhere. Let us know this. Let us celebrate this as we take a moment to just breathe it in. And make a commitment that Christmas doesn't end when that candle goes out, but it's just the beginning of you being the light that you are called to be. You are the light of the world. Say that with me. You are the light of the world. And then make it personal as you place your other hand on your heart and say, I am the light of the world.
I am the light of the world.
And so we come to that place where you make a Christmas wish. When that candle goes out, the smoke wafts its way around and makes its way home to anywhere there might be darkness. It's a commitment that you put into the candle and that you put into your life. As you blow that candle out, send that wish forward with hope, peace, love, and joy. Let's bring those lights up.
Joyful, like the sun above, melt the clouds of pain and sadness, drive the dark of doubt away, living in immortal gladness, living in the light of day.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Thank you for being here. Do me a favor and make a little noise for the guys that have been here since this morning, all night, up in the booth, making sure we're getting streaming. Give them a round of applause.
Melt the clouds of pain and sadness, drive the dark of doubt away, living in
Let's bring the lights up full.
gladness, living in the light of day.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Have a blessed and beautiful evening.
Living in the light of day.
right, we got through it.